Alright. Welcome back to Elden Ring. Welcome back to the stream. And this is very potentially the final Elden Ring stream. Like, if I do play again in the future, it's not going to be for a while. Let me put it that way. What I might do is, like, after this, I'll reload my save from before I lit the fire and do stuff that I left undone, such as getting the Frenzy Flame ending and doing a bunch of other boss nonsense or whatever. Alright, so anyway, first thing I'm going to do is really quick, we're going to head over here. Is this Agheel Lake? I think this is Agheel Lake. Yeah, I think this is it. So first thing we're doing is coming over here and we're going to go find this weapon skill, which is apparently hanging around. Okay, I figured there was not going to be anything here, but I had to check. Right. Where do I go from here? Hey, some trolls. What's up? I wonder what's up with these guys. Wow, that almost killed them. Wow, that's actually amazing. There we go. Get wrecked. You guys had nothing that I haven't already gotten, right? Did I? Yeah, I already got that. Okay. So I need to head north from this location, across the lake. And there's apparently a scarab someplace around here I need to grab. There it is. Yep, there it was. Ash of War Determination. That's all I needed. So now that I've grabbed that scarab, head back here. And we're gonna do a little bit of nonsense here. So, someone mentioned to me, I don't remember who it was actually. I think it might have been Sven. That what you can do is you can take this Ash of War that I just picked up. You can slap it on, let's say, a parrying dagger. And put determination on there. It doesn't matter what thing I put on here, I'm not using it for that. So I got a parrying dagger on my offhand now. Still have my fast roll? Fine. So now that I have this here, I can use that to boost my spell damage, because this thing counts as boosting spells, effectively. Or rather, the way this thing works is it boosts your damage for your next attack. You can see it was glowing white there for a second. Or for a minute. If I cast spells, like Magic Glint Blade, these things will all be boosted, regardless. Looks like it ran out. Oops. Yeah, it looks like it has a duration. So, what I'm planning on doing is, that is going to be my ace in the hole, as it were, against Phase 2, the Elden Beast. Assuming I can get there. This may also be a respec. I may also have to respec. But, Phase 2, Elden Beast, pop all my regular buffs, determination, laser beam, go. That's basically the idea. Because that should boost the damage I do with Azur's Comet to a great enough degree to get me through that fight, ideally. Aha. Yeah, sometimes he does a 4-hit on that, sometimes he doesn't. It's gonna take a little bit of time to warm up. I literally warm up. My hands are cold. Okay, let's go. Two. 3. There we go. Ah, shit. Ah, crap. I thought that was the other stomp. 2. Yeah, I really need that. I really need that move in order to get that thing going, because otherwise it's just like it doesn't. I need him down to 2/3 effectively by the end of that step. I'm really wondering if my original build would have been better, but I don't want to burn 2 respecs just to check if it fails. Not to mention, the laser against Elden Beast seems very useful, assuming I can actually land it properly. It looks like I actually would have almost had it last time, or one of the last times I actually got there, when I actually got to that section, if I hadn't been moved out of my spot. Oh, come on, I was trying to... Still a great song. And I guess the option always does remain to just summon in help if needed. But even if I do that, it's not gonna be until I, like, adequately get this fight down. Go. I wonder if Misericord would be better for that. Probably not, because I don't have the dex. Two. Shit. Knew that was gonna happen. Fuck. Tried to dodge into it. I tried to dodge into it, but it didn't work. If I hadn't done that, that dodge right at the beginning, I would have been fine, I think. Alright, well, I've got it almost there. I've almost got it back. I'm making progress every single attempt. He actually becomes a little bit too erratic when I have the Mimic out, which is kind of a problem. There we go. Ah, shit. Yeah, that teleport still is bullshit. That teleport move is still bullshit. Just as it was before. I think there's 2 different teleports. There's like a fast teleport where you just have to dodge it on reflex, basically. And then there's a slower one, which is designed to catch you if you dodge it on reflex. And you don't know which one it's going to be until he does it. Just like with Astel. Where he's got 2 teleports. One of them is an instant kill grab. And I don't know how you can tell the difference. I still don't know how you're supposed to tell the difference between those 2 moves. Yeah? Ah, dodged too early. That was a mistake. Rada-gone of the Golden Order. Rada-gone. I don't think I can use Rivers of Blood still. Rivers of Blood need a lot of dex, right? No, it only needed 18 dex? Ha! I could actually dual wield katanas. I could do Rivers of Blood. Wow, okay, so that's why people do this, because that actually takes no dex to use. Well, granted, Rivers of Blood, you also need to be way in to even find. There we go. Oh, fuck off. Gotcha. Okay, take a sip. I'm not going to try and do this. Oh, fuck off with that shit. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is too far away. Yeah, it's too fucking far. God damn it. Ow. It's a lot of damage. Come on. A little annoyed that it fucking moved the instant I fucking busted out the combo. Yeah, I'm not like I haven't seen that timing before. Okay, slightly less damage. Well, I might as well just do this normal then. Okay, it's doing this nonsense. Oh, you gotta dodge through that. Okay, got it. Okay, that was cool. Okay. Sick. I'm really annoyed that it fucking moved the instant I did that. And it did like its big move. It didn't do its stupid fire breath, I think. Like I have the big setup going and it doesn't do it. It just decides, no, not today. Not today. Maybe it knew what was coming. Got him. Two. Three. Oh my god, really? Of course he gets the one-hit kill. Why would he not? I was just like, I'm gonna just do like 1 or 2 hits, and then I'm gonna back off and drink my Cerulean Tear Flask, and then he decided to kill me with a one-hit shot. Sick. I wonder if I could drop him if I used a jump R2 at the end of that. Probably. Ah, I did it! I froze him! Hold on, I'm gonna check Twitter for a second. Anything going on Twitter? Ooh, Tunic comes out in a couple days. Me. Sorry, I've been really busy with life lately. Also me. Elden Ring. Hours played 109.3. Okay, let me make a... No, let me do this real quick. Let me just... I don't know if it's even going to be audible on the phone. I'm just so happy I managed to do this. Okay, let me see if that came through. Yeah, it totally comes through. Totally comes through. Perfect. Alright, I'm just gonna post that on Twitter, because why not? Didn't want that one. Okay, looks like I have to actually... Do I have to do that? Do I have to, like, share it? I never actually posted a video on my phone via Twitter. Can I go like this? I'm just so glad I managed to get it again. And tweet sent. There we go. God, that's so stupid. Now, of course, that was tactically to my disadvantage since it gave him a lot of time to recover from that first hit, but hey, it works. Whatever. Same phase happens, it's all good. There we go. Yeah, so usually he does that. Woo! Oh, that's fucking bullshit. I couldn't even see it. Like, that's actually garbage. That's actually a garbage thing to happen. It always happens like that. Just like one little combo just kills me with that. I'm just really find it funny that I can fairly... It's not quite reliably, but I can do it more often than not, where I just shut off his AI because I'm too close to him. I wonder if that would do anything if you had a self in person. Because obviously, if I'm doing that, he's gonna start doing shit, right? But... Yep. I'm just wondering, like... If there was a summon game, would I be able to just, like, use that to open up a lot of damage for another player or something? Would that work? Thank you. Okay, now this is gonna have to be just a regular heal. Oh, fuck off. I think I jumped into it and that's what happened. Like, look at that. I fucking dodged out of the way and he still hit me because that's how the timing works. That move is fucking garbage. Like, he should not be allowed to teleport out of the move like that. He should not be allowed to attack out of the teleport like that. That is actually garbage. Because it causes so many problems. I guess I could probably also just drink my Estus, you know, before I do that. Or my flask. My blue flask. It's just like every time. And I haven't even gotten to the phases where he's going to start chucking lightning at me. Like, he's been not doing that, thankfully. Also, you can only front stab him, which is weird. Ow. Oh, come on. Boom. Maybe I don't know if he's like attacking me when I get up or what. All these people using Moonlight Veil. Alright, so now I just need to get a good laser on phase 2 and we're set. I couldn't even see the fucking thing. But seriously, he shouldn't be allowed to, like, attack you out of the fucking teleport. Because what are you supposed to do about that? What can you do? You get hit by... If you get hit by the teleport, that's one thing. It turns that move into an instant kill. But then, what about when he just hits you anyway, if you dodge the teleport properly? He still gets to swing at you at such a speed that you can't dodge the follow-up. Thank you. What? How did that hit me? I don't... How did that hit me? I don't understand. The AoEs on this boss suck. Like, the dodging them is so unclear at times. At least when you're far away, it's one thing, because you get time to react to, like, his weird wave that comes out when he does it, but when you're up close, it's like, what do you do? I guess you have to block? But sometimes, like, that one, I thought I dodged it perfectly, and yet it still hit me. Just make the fucking thing a ground explosion instead of a wave. There's no reason to make it a wave besides just making it harder to dodge. Which is the point, I suppose. I wonder if I could actually stagger him with my greatsword. If I could, I could just go ham with him. That was close. There we go. Number 1. What? Yeah, I'll still maintain that a lot of these fucking boss, like, attack hitboxes are kind of bullshit. I feel like this is actually the reason why they give you so many respecs, and they're free respecs. Because they expect you to go, okay, this is not working for this playstyle, I have to swap, which never has been a problem before. Like, up until now? The only boss I've ever had to respec for was Dark Lurker, because that fight is way easier with a caster than it is with a melee character. Like, Dark Lurker in DS2, pain in the ass if you're a fighter, but if you aren't, then it's super easy. Like, it is a trivial boss fight if you're a caster. I guess the strategy is when you see the teleport, just roll away from it as fast as you can. That seems to be it. There's no skill involved, just run away from the teleports. If you suspect a man is teleporting, roll away as fast as you can. At least it doesn't break lock-on. If it broke lock-on, it would be actually unfeasible to do so. It's just like, where do you even go? Is he teleporting behind you? Do you roll backwards? Do you roll forwards? Where? I got him. Hey, I guess the jump in R2 did do the job, in fact. Not gonna complain about that. So now he's gonna back up. Get over here. What? There is actually a second hitbox. That's a second hitbox. It's legitimately a second hitbox. There is actually a second fucking hitbox when you're up close. Which I guess just lasts longer, so if you're trying to dodge forward, you have to be far enough away to avoid it or something. Oh gosh, fucking stupid move. The only way to dodge is just not be near him, and then dodge it. Maybe I should summon the Mimic after. It seems like he's not going as ham. Actually, I think he ups the aggression when there's a Mimic out. Maybe that's just me. What? Why? Okay, well, I guess I just didn't have it at the right health amount. Normally he does go into that smash at that point, so I'm not sure why I didn't. Oh, I think I know why. It's because It's probably because I, smacked him instead of doing the slash move that one time. Which made it so that he didn't actually hit the health threshold to do his big overhead triple slam. There, that should do it. This should be it. There we go. Ow. There we go. Thank you, Mimic. Shit. Okay, it's time for this. Why did that hurt? God damn it, the Mimic got hit. Okay, now it's this shit. What do I do about that move? What the fuck do I do about that move? What the fuck do I do about that move? Seriously. That thing has insane tracking. and just constant damage. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you do there? You can't outrun that move. Like, the only thing I think I could possibly do there is maybe, like, I don't even know. I'd have to be in a very specific spot, maybe? Dodge past it, and that'll let me sit because its turning radius isn't that good most of the time? That seems dumb. And also wrong. I mean, I could block it maybe, but Jesus Christ, that thing does a lot. It wouldn't surprise me if that move was actually unblockable to a certain degree. Take a sip. Ow. Like, this happens every time. Every time he does that. Every single time, that's what he does. Every single goddamn time, I swear, like. He sees that I'm low on health, so he just does a projectile that I can't dodge. Which is that shotgun, because for some reason, I just can't dodge that shotgun. I press the button and it just hits me anyway. I don't know how to deal with that fucking move Elden Beast does, where it suits out the chasers. Like that, I can't deal with that move. Straight up. Because it's just feels like an instant kill. Well, it's not really an instant kill, it actually does very little damage. But it's a setup that just makes it impossible to dodge anything else that's coming at you. Especially since it adds little extra projectiles to the sides. Just little baby extra projectiles on the sides of it that just also hit you. I'm pretty sure, at least. It's hard to tell because that fucking thing's a visual mess. Seems like the best move is to just dodge into him most of the time. Dodge into him and then dodge early, which is weird. Oh, thanks for nothing. What the fuck do I do about that? That literally is undodgeable. I dodge the first hit and then he hits me on the second hit. Like, what the fuck? I don't think I could dodge that. God, this boss isn't overtuned like Melania, but his moveset fucking sucks. This feels like Rocket Tag. It really does. Like, the enemies kill you in 2 or 3 hits, no matter what. But also, you do a lot of damage to them, which isn't a great... It's not a great setup. Also, maybe it's impossible to actually get the Elden Beast to do that move. Or do the moves I need it to in order to kill it. That might be impossible. Yeah, whatever. I fucked up on the first one. I pushed LT, RT, and then it sheathed, unsheathed, and then did a regular stab. Like, what the fuck do I do about that? I suppose one thing I could do is I could just, like, use Glint Blade instead against the Elden Beast. Since that seems to be a good normal sorcery to use. Got him. What the fuck? Not fast enough. What the fuck? Come on. I dodged the first hitbox and I hit the other hitbox. I really don't like this boss's moves. There's no reason for them to do that. They could have just been fucking ground smashes. They could have just been regular things. Like, fucking Godfrey over there was better than that about that. At least his moves... No, that's false, actually, because his normal stomps before he added the stupid entire arena AoE also had a 2-part hitbox, where you could dodge the first hit and then get hit by the second. And also, I still don't think it's possible to dodge if you're inside of his ground wave thing. I'm pretty sure if you're inside that, it's death. Thank you. Took a second, huh? Oh, fucking... A little annoyed I ran into that one. Yeah, it's really hard to, like, set this thing up so that you don't... Yeah, it might actually be easier not to summon the Mimic. Like, what I could do is I could summon the Mimic, and then... What I could do is I could... Because basically I can get him into a stagger state right before the end. There's about enough health there for that. I could summon the Mimic when he's in the stagger state and then just smack him. Because he should have just enough life left to take that. Heal up before going into the Elden Beast phase. And then I'll be good. Theoretically. Good. Sip. Don't do fucking 2 hits. That's not fair. Okay, I think that's 2. Okay, I guess not. I thought I could do it, but I guess not. Now, the only trick with summoning is I don't actually know how well summoning is going to work. Because I kind of have this dance going down right now, right? Like 1, 2... Why did you decide to use only projectile moves and teleports just now? I don't know, just to fuck me. That's the only reason I can see. Okay, let's try this. How many of those do I have left? 23? Yeah, I got plenty. Okay, do the thing. One. 2, 3. Got him. That was the opening, wasn't it? Shit. Shit. Okay, here comes this move. Uh-oh. Bye, Mimic. Oh, you're still fine. I like how it switched over to me just for the last one there. Greatly appreciated. Oh, fucking what? Yeah, I'm really not a fan of how that fucking thing works. I'm really not a fan of how that... This isn't the first Dragon Breath, either, that has multiple hits. You know, let's see how this works. Let's see if this does anything. Where is it? Never use one of these. Randivore. Eh, fuck it. Unable to summon Cooperator. Sick. Ash. Unable to summon Cooperator. What a waste of a... What a waste of a thing. I guess a lot of people must be summoning for this. Damn it! Shit. There we go. Alright, sip up. Mimic... Why can't I sell my Mimic tier? What? What? Why can't I sell my Mimic tier? No, like, actually, why couldn't I sell my Mimic tier? Oh, weak point. Holy shit, okay. Okay, it's doing this thing. Hey, the Hermit Gamer, how you doing? Ah, okay, that's how you do it. You jump. How you doing, though? Are you having a good day? Oh, this is bad. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling very well. Very well. So why the fuck couldn't I summon my Mimic? Oh god, you know why I couldn't summon my Mimic? Because I fucking had the online shit turned on, so it disabled it. Oh, that's stupid. I didn't even summon anybody in and it still turned it off. Shouldn't do that. There we go. That move remains fucking bullshit. Teleports behind you, nothing personnel, kid. Fucking god, I hate that move. At this run, I'm gonna run out of... Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of rune arcs soon enough. Ugh. I guess I could probably save the rune arcs till after I'm done with the fight. Or later into the fight, I suppose. Well, that was a waste of a rune arc. I'm going to save my rune arcs until I actually hit phase 2, I think. That seems like a better move. I love bosses that have one-hit kills for all their attacks. It's great. And you know what? Let me give the bigger melody another try. You seem like a stop. You seem like a. Is that gonna... Is it still active? Hopefully it isn't. Nope. Oh! It's back up to 28. So it didn't use it up because I didn't summon anybody. Sick. There we go. Get fucked! Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Okay, let me see what's it gonna do next. Shit! Oh crap, this is bad. Ah, fuck. Finally. God slain! That's a pretty good message. That's a pretty good fucking message to have at the very end. Try core. Try madness. Praise the dog. Summon Rani! Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, well, I mean, that sounds about right, alright? That's always how it goes. Bloodborne was fucking... Bloodborne was Victorian-era werewolves, and then it turns into Lovecraft. Actual. Straight up. Fractured America is where I am. I never found out where the... What... Wait, no, that's that one. What the hell is this tower for? Divine Tower of West Altus Gate? I've never went into this one. What is that one? Okay, well, most importantly, we're heading to the Table of Lost Grace real quick. Because we have a boss soul here to turn in. Does it look a little bit more burny than last time, or is it just me?
I see.
Oh, okay, the guy in Volcano Manor that I never did. That makes sense. It's weird that he has his own tower for that. See, power from Remembrance. Take the power of the Elden Beast. Remembrance of the Elden Beast hewn into the Erd Tree. It was the vassal beast of the Greater Will and living incarnation of the concept of order. Vassal beast of the Greater Will and living incarnation of the concept of order. Okay, so the Elden Beast is... It's an avatar, effectively. Wait, Vassal Beast? Is that what Blight is? Marika's Hammer. Stone hammer made in the lands of the Newman, outside the lands between. The tool with which Queen Marika shattered the Elden Ring and Rada-gone attempted to repair it. The hammer partially broke upon shattering the ring, becoming splintered with rune fragments. Unique skill, Goldbreaker. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. Cthulhu's star spawn is to Cthulhu, so... So it's like a splinter, sort of. It's like it's its own thing, but it's basically a splinter, lesser form of whatever. I don't actually remember what the Star Spawn's deal is. I just know they're kind of like subservient to Cthulhu for whatever reason. I think they might be like, because they're not a subservient race. They are like part of the same species, kind of, but not really. I don't remember the exact details. Unique skill, Goldbreaker. Leap up high and, while suspended in midair, imbue the rune shard with light before smashing it down hard into the ground. The heroic Rada-gone's signature attack. Oh, I've noticed. I'm familiar. So, tool with which Queen Marika shattered the Elden Ring. Yeah, right. I know that feeling. Sacred Relic Sword. Sword wrought from the remains of a god who should have lived a life eternal. Thoughts on what the weapon portends are many and varied. Some consider it the mark of a great sin, or sign of great devastation. Some think of it as the end of an age, while others the beginning. Skill, Wave of Gold. Imbue the sword with bygone golden glory, then fire it at foes. A wide golden wave fans out forward, sweeping through all enemies caught in its path. Oh, I know what this is. I know exactly what that is. But let's see. Is Rada-gone... Rada-gone's not wearing anything, so it's not really anything I can do there. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm thinking. Okay, so let's see. What's my dex? Level up. Yeah, that's enough. So I probably should level this up too with my Smith Man. Which one is it? It's this one. Yeah. I need to buy another smithing stone 9 and some 8s. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Let's get 3 and then an 8. There you go. Alright, well, since I've got it, let's do this. I want to see that number go up. Jesus Christ. 30 grand just from that. Oh, that's fucking absurd. God, that is a huge AoE, though. Like, fuck. That is unnecessarily big. Like, Jesus Christ. Let's see. Dex, Faith, and Strength. So because my dex is basically just high enough right now to wield the sword, I'm not getting the most damage out of this. Christ. Yeah. Like, look at this thing. So, basically, meet your strength requirement, then up your dex big and faith okay. How? I just need to know how long, how wide does this thing fucking go? Like, look at the size of this. Just look at the size of that AoE. That is absurd. That is unnecessary. Whoa, don't do that. That is unnecessary. I love it. I'm here for it. Dex at 76. Okay, fair enough. Well, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do, right? Ready? First, I'm going to exit the game, because I'm going to pop over into my folders here. I'm gonna go to here, users. I think it's app data roaming. Elden Ring. There we are. So, I have a backup of that save now, which is good because we're going to do two things. First, we are going to go respec a little bit because I want to see what this thing's like. So, this thing scales primarily off of dex and some faith, right? What do you say we put my dex up to 99? Just for funsies. Like, okay, what do I need for this again? I need 22, 14 strength. What do I need for the Moon Veil? This one needs 16 strength, 20 arcane. So let's put 25 and everything else, and then dex up as far as we can go.
Is it thy now?
You think this looks good? I think this looks good. Oh god, look at my health. Okay, so America's Source Seal. Okay, you know what? Let's get let's do this. Let's go America's Source Seal. Rada-gone Source Seal. Can't do Rada-gone Scar Seal. Okay, that's fine. My dex is at 99 right now. Nope, it's not yet. There you go. Now my dex is at 99. And, is there one that ups my damage for FP, or for skills? Oh, it's effective range, sorceries, incantations, spells consume less FP, lowers FP consumed by skills. Raises attack power when HP is at maximum. So, currently my attack power is 281 plus 283 plus 175 plus 65. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know, this probably isn't the best place to test this out, right? Yeet. I can't believe that dude's still not dead. Oh my god, that took all my FP to do too. That was everything I had. Alright, well, let's try this next bit. Cool. This sword seems better in PvP. I'm gonna be real. I think this sword is better in PvP. Where was it? Where was that great sword again? There it is. Oh no, I dropped all my souls. What will I do? Fucking ridiculous. It looks like the AoE doesn't change a whole lot in terms of damage, though, compared to where I had it before. Okay. So now that that's fun, now that that fun's dealt with, let's go finish the game. What do you say? So just to be on the safe side, we're going to take the ending I want to do first, which is this one. This is the ending I want to do. This is the ending I will choose and would have chosen had I not had a save prepared for this, or a backup save made.
The battle is over, I see. I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars. 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Well then, shall we? My fair consort eternal.
Moonwife acquired. Age of the Stars. Okay, so world created by Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R. R. Martin. Godfrey, Renala, Rada-gone, Marika. Oh my god! Yay! It's done! Okay, let's skip ahead because I'm going to come back and do this again. No. Technically the good ending. Well, let's see what the other endings are like. Can't get to the other endings as expected. Can I fight the boss again? Does that work? Nope. Can't fight the boss again. Alright, in that case... save the game, return to the title menu. Just under 98 hours, I'd like to point out. Just squeezing under that. Or just under 100 hours. Okay, so... let's see, so I guess I want to take this. That here. Place the files, and that should do it. Probably shouldn't even bother logging in at this point. Excellent. Oh, that reminds me, I've also got to... let me pull up that video. So I also want to take a look at the Elden Ring reveal trailer. Yeah, there it is. E3 2019. So I'll take a look at that in a second. Probably once I do... Okay, so, whoop. It's fine. Because how do I... Fire Giant just melted? Yeah. Yeah, it didn't melt for me until I hit phase 2, at which point I was able to just... Because he doesn't move as much in phase 2, so I was able to just sit there and go... Terra Magica, drink my Estus, drink my magic. Bzzzt. Okay, so... how do I do this? Mending Rune of the Death Prince. I'm pretty sure I've got another one too, right? Didn't I pick up a second Mending Rune? Is that the only one I have? Ah! Let's, Was Melania hard for my build? Okay, so... when I fought Melania, I started off using my big ol' greatsword build. That was not going to cut it. Straight up just would not work. I was not able to do it with that build. I respec'd into... Dual Katana, Rivers of Blood, Bleed. Did I even do Dual Katana? No. Yes, I did do Dual Katana. So I spec'd into Rivers of Bleed build, and just... Rivers of Blood Bleed build, and just use that against her, and that eventually is what I killed her with. And then after that point, because I wanted to have some fun with the Kamehameha beam, I swapped over to this Azure build. As far as how it would do against her, I've heard that apparently Melania is very weak to ranged. That's up to interpretation. But doing this kind of build might work against her. I focus a lot on the laser in this particular instance, so that might not work as well, but it might be possible to, like, set up a mimic thing and then just have her get lasered to death and skip phase 1, or skip phase 2. Apparently ranged works well, though. Anyway, before we do this, I'm actually going to pop up this trailer, because I want to watch this again. So, let's go here, window capture, Elden Ring. Ah, that's a good pick, yeah. What the hell is this? What the hell is this resolution? 720p? Here, it looks like it's not. Okay, so there's Queen Marika hammering the Elden Ring. By Hidetaka Miyazaki. And... Grim. Okay, that's Godric.
I doubt you could even imagine it.
There's Godric.
That which commanded the stars, giving life its fullest brilliance.
There's Melania.
Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring. Shattered by someone or something. Don't tell me you don't see it. Look up at the sky. It burns.
That actually is a lot of context now that I know what's going on here, right? That it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so... So, here we've got... That's America smashing the ring apart. Right? There's Godric the Grafted. Just don't really care about him. Nobody cares about him. He doesn't count for anything. There's the hammer being used to smash the Elden Ring. It kind of looks like fuzzy almost. Seriously, why the fuck isn't this in the game? Why isn't this cutscene in the game? Seriously.
That which commanded the stars, giving life its fullest brilliance.
There's Melania.
The Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring.
Oh, you can actually see how fucked up she is from the Scarlet Rot there, too. Like, her hand is all mottled. Okay, so there's Rada-gone. This is actually an interesting detail, because you wouldn't really... Like, you might notice that there seem to be changing people in between here, between Rada-gone and America, but you wouldn't understand the significance of that. So, this, I suppose, is Rada-gone attempting to repair the Elden Ring, while America is trying to destroy it, which means they were actually separate entities in the same body? Because that's what the hammer said, right? And you can see, like, he's starting to fall apart at the seams, too, because... I guess destroying the Elden Ring is taking a toll on him.
By someone or something.
Okay, I think those were probably Melania's... Maybe the Cleanrot Knights fighting Rada-gone. This is... the Shattered Runark, or the Shattered Elden Ring?
Tell me you don't see it. Look up at the sky. It burns.
Yeah, so he's really falling apart. This is Rada-gone, I think. Or maybe it's America? I think it's Rada-gone because he's got the ponytail. America doesn't. Wait, no? Maybe? It's hard to tell. Blom. Okay. Of course, the spot where that was happening is around here, but it's hard to see. So this is where that cutscene was taking place. Or rather, that video. It's not a cutscene since it's not in the game. So that was happening here, and then... America / Rada-gone, I guess, became a hollowed out shell of a being? Literally a hollowed out shell. Probably... I don't know, what's going on? What happened there? What happened? America created Melania to kill the Erd Tree and the Elden Ring, or whatever. My only guess, and this is a total complete guess, I have no idea, is that... Okay, because... Okay. Going back to this thing here. Miquella's Needle. Crafted by Miquella to ward away the meddling of outer gods. Who is Miquella again? God. Miquella was... Yeah, Miquella was, brother of Melania. The eternal child locked in the cocoon. Yeah, Miquella is Melania's brother. So, created by Miquella, crafted away to ward off the meddling of outer gods. So, I'm wondering if it's possible. It's possible that Marika's endgame was to destroy the Elden Ring, shatter the Golden Order, which tied the Eternal Will, or whatever, like, tied the world to the Eternal Will, or to the Ultimate Will, or whatever it was called. Which is what the Elden Beast was there for. The Elden Beast was basically that incarnated. And in killing that, you've effectively cut the world off from the universal will. I think that's what's happening. The Elden Ring, the Golden Order, the Elden Ring and the Golden Order serve to bind destined death and prevent changes to the world that the universal will would not have wanted. The Erd Tree was there sort of as its pillar, I guess? I don't know if pillar is the right word, but it was like maybe a connecting force to it. I can see that guy having fun back there. It kind of is like a connecting force that tied the world to the universal will. And then also maybe the Erd Tree itself was a person at one point. Okay, so the Rune of Death... Yeah. Marika gutted that from the original Elden Ring, and I think... Okay, so the Rune of Death was basically sealed away by Malekith the Blackblade, and was then, part of its power was then stolen to slay God... the first Prince of the Dead. When the Black Knives killed him. But with Ranni's support or whatever, right? I'm not even going to bother remembering his name because he's dead and he's basically just a statue. Godwyn, yeah. Godfrey, Godwyn, Godric, whatever. So but what was the point of the original Rune of Death? Let me take a look at the runes again. Now, the runes I have are the Great Rune. The Great Rune is like the base rune. That's what it says here. It's the anchoring, found in the center of the Elden Ring. Radagon's Great Rune. Let's see. So, Radagon's Great Rune of the Sharbear Radagon. The Great Rune burns to resist the encroachment of the Scarlet Rot, which is, it's kind of like a mirror to this one, isn't it? Morgoth's Great Rune. Anchor ring that houses the base. Moog. This feels like, this one probably isn't like a real Great Rune. This is probably like a fake Great Rune created as sort of a shadow to this one. And then Great Rune of the Unborn. So 1, 2, 3, then left, then right. Okay, let me look at Praetor Rickard's Great Rune, because he's got a Great Rune. Rickard's Great Rune. It's a right side one. It's kind of a weird, wubbly one. Rickard was amongst the children of Rennala and Rada-gone, who became demigod stepchildren after Rada-gone's union with Queen Marika. But Rickard fed himself to the blasphemous serpent, Great Rune and all. What does it do? What does it do? Restores 185 HP upon defeating enemies. Eh, that's decent. So it basically looks like this one, except kind of wibblier. Or no, rather it looks like this one, except wibblier around the side. The only thing I can tell about the Death Rune is the constant mention of destined death. Which I don't know if that's literally the concept of death not existing properly in this world as a result of the rune being locked away. Like, basically, the problem is I don't know if... I don't know the exact relationship between the universal will and the runes. Are the runes drawing from... Are the runes basically drawing from universal will? Like, the best way to think about it is universal will... Let's say universal will is God. Are the great runes basically pulling fragments of God's power that align with whatever thing? Or are the great runes the way that the universal will enforces something on the world? Because I'm guessing that the Elden Ring is... Because all the runes are shards of the Elden Ring, right? When the Elden Ring is shattered, all these pieces get split up, but does that just grant each of them power from the universal will? Like, does Rada-gone... Malenia gets the healing stuff, Rada-gone gets the boost to health, all that stuff. Is that just there because it's pulling stuff from the Great Will, or is the universal will enforcing a stronger thing because they hold the rune? And if that's the case, then if it's the second one, then the power of death being locked away means that effectively death cannot really happen in this world. It's weird transient stuff. Destined death no longer exists. You can't die unless you're killed? I don't know what destined death really means. The only thing I can tell is that it was locked away specifically so that it wouldn't kill the Erd Tree. So maybe this is an instance of the Erd Tree being... Or Marika trying to, like, keep the Erd Tree alive as long as possible to prolong the power of the world? Like, prolong the age of the Erd Tree as much as possible in order to prevent it from being killed, because when you unseal the Rune of Death, the Erd Tree finally burns away. And you're finally able to enter the Erd Tree because it's actually... the thorns are burning. Because up until that point, it's just, like, lightly on fire. It's kindling. The kindling has been burning, but the tree hasn't actually caught. Yeah, I mean... It's hard to tell, because there's a lot of unclear information about how one thing relates to the other. And I still don't actually know what the Elden Ring is. The Elden Ring... I think is all the runes together. Whoop. Oh, shit. I had water in there. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta get some paper towels. Thankfully, it's nothing serious, but it's just like it's there. Go. Thankfully, nothing is actually, like... The only thing that was next to the water is a bunch of cables. And, like, my controller, which is slightly damp on the bottom, but it didn't, like, spill onto it or anything. No problems. No problems. It's a little damp here and there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. We're fine. We're fine. Fine. Cable's got a little wet. Perfectly insulated. Doesn't matter. Floor's a little wet. Not a problem. Okay. Okay. A little cleaner anyway. Okay. What was I saying? I don't remember. Anyway, point is, if we knew exactly what the Erd Tree, or rather what the Elden Ring actually was, like what its function was, what it did, what purpose it served, then that would answer a lot of questions. Because right now, all we know is that the Elden Ring gives great power to whoever holds it. But we don't know if that's the function or if that's a side effect of being whatever the Elden Ring is. I don't know. I'll wait for the VOD video on this. But there's a lot of stuff left unclear here, it feels like. We can surmise a lot of things, but we can't say anything for sure. The only glimpse we really have of the shattering is from that video from 2019. Which isn't in the game for some reason, because I don't know why that's not in the game. It's a cool cutscene. Put it in here. You animated it. Come on, guys. Here's my best guess. There was a time before the Erd Tree. That's when the War of the Giants was going on, I think. Or was it after? I don't remember. Anyway, America came from somewhere outside the lands between. She arrived, and I think brought with her the Golden Order and the Elden Ring. So it America may have been like part of the of the Universal Will, or tied to it, or maybe she was like a messenger or an envoy or something when she first arrived. And whatever was going on down on the lands between wasn't jiving with it. So America basically showed up and imposed order, wiping out the giants and doing all that stuff. Erd Tree goes. It's the age of the Erd Tree. But the weird thing is that one spell I got says that the Erd Tree only blooms. Yeah, the Erd Tree once flourished with abundance, yet it was only for a fleeting moment, such is the course of all life. So maybe the Erd Tree was on the decline and shouldn't have been. So the Elden Ring, the Death Rune, that actually may have been the entirety of the point. The Death Rune, the Elden Ring may have been shattered specifically to remove the Rune of Death from it. And seal it away through Malekith. because there was also that weird fucking line about the ancient tree spirit. The remembrance of the ancient spirit... Hold on. Ancestral spirit... Remembrance of the regal ancestor. Ancestral spirits exist as a phenomenon beyond the purview of the Erd tree. Life sprouts from death as it does from birth. Such is the way of the living. Which implies that the Erd tree and things tied to it are not alive. Or at least not in the normal sense. So, it's... Maybe what happened is when Marika did that, she effectively sectioned off the world into two parts. The parts that weren't affected by the Elden Ring, and therefore weren't affected by the Rune of Death in its active state, were nature, the living, the normal living. And then the others, the ones who were being affected by the Elden Ring, no longer experience death in the normal way as a result of the Rune of Death being sealed away. Which also explains why those who live in death exists. They're an aberration to the Golden Order that shouldn't exist. Because there is no death in the Golden Order anymore. The Golden Order was shattered, death was removed. Those who live in death shouldn't exist, and yet they exist in sort of a half-life state. They're dead, yet they're still walking around. Which may be caused because of that shattering and death being removed as a normal concept. Which is why that option to add the Rune of Death to the Golden Order exists, because we're going to repair the Elden Ring and we'll, like, do a whoop and throw stuff in there to make it fit. Repairing the Elden Ring would include the Rune of Death as normal, which would effectively wipe out any of those who live in death, or continue to mark them as aberrations. But using the Mending Rune would change it so that those who live in death are able to exist as the flip side of the Rune of Death being reincorporated. So that's the theory I have, which falls apart slightly when you get to the part where you can kill enemies and they stay dead, like any of the bosses. So, I don't know what to make of that. That's my guess. That's my best guess. Marika probably came down with the Elden Ring, Golden Order, enforced it upon the world, and then it started to fade. In order to preserve it, she got rid of death so that people wouldn't die and the Golden Order would effectively persist. And that's what's been going on since then. So I have no clue. That's my guess. That's my hunch. Completely uneducated. I'll just wait for Vadi to tell me what's going on. He's gonna eat off of this game for years to come. Anyway, let's restore the Elden Ring. Mend the Elden Ring.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
An age of fracture. Interesting. Maybe it's because the Elden Ring is still shattered? Okay, one more. Might as well just continue that. No reason to log in since I'm just going to be going right to the end bit. Uh-huh. So the Rune of Death gets added in there.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord.
Oh, it's purple. Or it's foggy or
In
something.
our home,
It's raining.
across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall the age of the Duskborn.
So not much happened there that was different. The only different ending is the Ronnie ending, it looks like. Well, I mean, it's only really need to be. Like, Dark Souls had two endings. You walk out and you have Age of Darkness, and you burn yourself to extend the Age of Light. Dark Souls 2 had the one ending. And Dark Souls, I suppose Scholar of the First Scene had a second ending, which is basically Age of Dark again. Then Dark Souls 3. What were the endings in Dark Souls 3? Oh, right, there were a bunch of endings in Dark Souls 3, wasn't there? Because there was Lord of Hollows, there was Age of Darkness, there's Usurp the Flame, there's Light the Flame. Then Bloodborne had 3 endings, because there's Wake Up from the Nightmare, Take Gerwin's Place, or... Take German's Place, or, Ascendancy. Tomoyuki Kamomura. Alright, anyway, that's Elden Ring, maybe. There's more endings. There's Rot, at least. There's... I don't know. There's quests I never did, too. A lot of them. So, overall, let's see. Overall, fantastic game. This is one of the most insanely dense open-world games I have ever seen in my entire life. Just absolutely absurd. Every place you go, there is something. Every single place there is something to pick up. There is an item to get. There's a weapon to get. There's a shield. There's a spell. There's an NPC. There's stuff I never found in this game. There's stuff I never saw. I didn't even touch Volcano Manor. I'm still not 100% convinced there isn't a 4th Eternal City somewhere. There might just be a 4th Eternal City. Maybe that's technically the underground at... I mean, technically that is the underground at Lindell, but there's probably like another one in the center area. Like there's bosses hidden all over the place. I've heard that there's apparently a giant bear boss. I never saw that. There's world bosses. I didn't do any of the night bosses apart from like a couple. There's so much in this game. It is... Like, this game is actually kind of crazy. Like, you would have to be nuts to try and 100% this game because there is so much. There is so much in this game. This is legitimately probably a close to a 200-hour game if you want to scrape every corner of this map. Yeah, they really did. Like, this, it's on top of being one of the largest open worlds, I think. Like, the sheer amount of content in it is nuts. So that gets huge props just because of that. That is absolutely incredible. Just beat the Fire Giant after 142 hours. Jeez. Yeah, I've been mainlining it a little bit. Just a little. As far as the content itself, a lot of it is kind of, like, similar, but, you know, what are you going to do? It's a massive open world. Are you going to blame them for, like, recycling catacomb designs or something? Like, nah. Alright, so, open world, incredible. Gameplay, as far as your controls, is still fine. They have a lot of really cool stuff. I will say, again, it does feel like Faith gets all the cool toys. Int gets the most effective ones. And then just if you're doing like regular non-magic stuff, it's kind of whatever for the most part. There's a lot of stuff I never even tried out. Like there's the Dragon Communion stuff. There's weapon types I never even touched. There's weapon skills I never touched. There's all that stuff. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. But generally speaking, it feels like normal Souls when you're playing. That said, bosses kind of suck in this game. In any of the other games that they have, the bosses are always tuned well enough that you can do any boss with any strategy. Some strategies might be harder, but like you just have to learn the timings, do the things, and you'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at Melania. But no, like, Melania's not the only one that sucks. Rada-gone was kind of a huge pain in the dick because his hitboxes on his attacks are really weird. Trying to think. Fire Giant was also weird, but he wasn't too hard. He was just weird. Deathbird is kind of annoying. Like, there's a lot of fights in this game that are a pain to fight and not in a good way. Like in Dark Souls, just just taking Dark Souls, any Dark Souls. Oh, Valiant Gargoyle fucking is awful. That poison breath is nuts. Yeah, like, I would say that's part of it. Like, a lot of the bosses in this game have a lot of stuff that are just like, if you have a specific playstyle, they are seriously punishing. And not in a fun, like, oh man, I'll learn it next time way. Like, just not good punishing. Malenia is the big sticking point, because if you're going in with like a big heavy melee attack, you can stagger her, but then she will just heal off you and kill you. If you use shields, she heals off of shields. Yeah, exactly. Like, they're designed. The bosses are designed such that they are assuming you always either go in with a summon or a summon player. They don't feel like they're designed to be fought solo, generally speaking. Or at least half of them don't. Like, half of them are fine, relatively. But half of them are like, they have such absurd amounts of aggression and infinite stamina that you just get hit by the block string and it just keeps going and keeps on going. And some of the attacks, like, Rada-gone was probably the best example of the most recent one, but there's a lot of attacks which are just, if you dodge, then you still get hit, because the hitbox for the attack is just so long that it'll just hit you throughout the entire thing. It's like, if I had to say one thing, I would say the bosses in this game needed another pass-through just to fine-tune them. They're all just slightly overtuned or slightly undertuned. It feels like a lot of the times I would either walk through the boss or the boss would walk through me. And there's never any in-between. It's Rocket Tag. Like, you can destroy a boss in 10 seconds, and the boss can also just destroy you in 10 seconds. And that's not great. You want duels. You want things that feel like you're really learning the fight. You're doing the fight. But you don't want to just go like, okay, I'm just gonna boss dead, or okay, I'm oh, I'm dead. Like, you don't want that. That doesn't feel great. I think Rocket Tag is the best word for that. Yeah. I'm not going to blame them too harshly because of that. I mean, I can blame them a couple times for some of their design choices, like multi-hit hitboxes. But generally speaking, they had a lot of work to do to tune all this shit. So it's reasonable that they wouldn't have been able to fix it all. But still, like, if they had been given another month or 2 months or 3 months or something just to do fine-tune pass-throughs one last time over some of the enemies and such, that would probably have completely... That would probably made this game of the year for all years. Like, legitimate 10 out of 10. But just the way some of those bosses are designed is just like, ugh. That said, Azur's Comet does kill a lot of things, so, you know, that's good. Anyway, so that was Elden Ring. This stream took a little bit longer than I was expecting, but still less time than I thought it might take. Yeah, I'm shelving Elden Ring for now. For a couple reasons. One, I want my evenings back. I have been streaming this game nearly every day for the last, like, 2 weeks. For, like, 5+ hours a night. So I want my evenings back to do literally anything else. I've been going a little too hard on this game. Second, I need to actually start editing down the VODs for this, because nobody's gonna watch a fucking 13-hour VOD. I'm already started working on that. I'm like a quarter of the way through, but it always takes more time. Just because the editing process and encoding time takes time. Good question. Good question. I gotta figure out things. I got games I could play. I always have games I can play, but I need to figure out what I will play. So it might be like a weird smattering of variety for a while before I land on longer series, but we'll see. I'll figure it out. Yeah, look, do you want to know how big my backlog is? Let me open up Steam real quick. My Steam library is almost 2,000. I almost have 2,000 games on my Steam library. So there's a lot of material I can go through should I so desire. Let's put it that way. Alright, anyway, I'm leaving it there. Good game. Just, has a couple bits that I wish had been fixed a little bit better. Anyway, that's where we're leaving that. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the game with me. The nice thing about this stream... Thanks, I will definitely have some. I need to make dinner still. I had, like, a protein bar before I started this. I got it. I've got a lot of food to make. I need to eat. Yeah, final closing thoughts, besides the ones I gave before. Don't worry about having watched this entire stream, because there's still way more stuff that I haven't done than probably I have done. I hit the major notes, but I did not touch a lot of things. There's dungeons, there's entire subsystems I never used, like Faith, Arcane, Dragon Communion, a lot of the Dex weapons, Power Stancing I didn't do. There's a lot of abilities, like there's God. This game's too much. Either way, I'm not going to play this game for a while, either on stream, definitely not on stream, and not personally. This game is going to sit for a minute. I'm probably going to reload to before the Fire Giant, and then probably do cleanup before that point. So I'll do Volcano Manor on my own time. Which is annoying, because then I'm not going to be able to buy +9 smithing stones or somber smithing stones, because I won't be able to get Farum Azula. So maybe I'll just do the ending stuff, and then hit that Fire Giant, then do Farum Azula, then grab all that stuff. There's options. There's options all over the place. No, because I can't do that, because I need to do that for the Flame of Frenzy. Because the Flame of Frenzy, you have to do that shit. It's a whole thing. Alright, anyway. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your night, evening, morning, I don't know what time it is, wherever. See you next time. I'll be back tomorrow with demos, probably. Maybe not. I might just take a break. We'll see. Bye.